Can I say that? No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Hey, I'm Jason here at my studio in New York City, and I am going to show you how I sketch. These are kind of the very basic supplies. My fancy mechanical pencil, my not so fancy Uniball pen, my special metal Sharpie made by the guys from Sharpie for me, and these Prismacolors. I usually do a bunch of little micro sketches before I do like kind of a big sketch, you know. It could be anywhere, like corner of paper or Post-its or in my moleskin notebook. I usually do like a bunch of little doodles before I actually sit down and draw. So I'm gonna draw something from my fall 2019 collection. I'm notorious for doodling all over decks when I have these like business meetings because I get really bored. And so all I do is draw like faces all the time. So like by the end of it, there's no meeting notes, you know, it's just a bunch of drawings. And usually it's kind of less about the specific details because we usually have technical drawings, but it's more about the overall mood I'm trying to convey. I think I fell in love with fashion when I was really young, and I've always loved sketching. When I was in my early teens, I used to kind of copy fashion models and draw them, and that was really something that was one of my fondest memories. I love drawing, and still one of my favorite things to do. When I was little, my mom answered a door one day, and there were these Jehovah's Witnesses, and they wanted to do Bible lessons with us, and she thought it was a great opportunity for my brother and I to learn English. So, you know, they started coming every day after school. And I think one of the girls realized I was like never paying attention, so she said that, you know, she would teach me how to draw afterwards if I paid attention. And that was actually the first time I learned how to do fashion drawings, because she was kind of a fashion major before. So it's kind of a funny story how that happened. When it comes to fashion, I think you just have to be absolutely in love with what you do. You know, anyone aspiring to be a fashion designer, I always think fashion is really glamorous. It seems really flashy on the outside, but you know, at the end of the day, it's about the work that you put into it. So I think that's really the most important thing, is you have to have absolute passion for what you do. So this is kind of my like wall of notes. I love handwritten notes, and I always feel really wrong to throw them away. So I just started pinning them up. Everything from like, you know, fashion people to interns to family friends to Barack Obama. Definitely one of the most memorable moments of my career, and actually of my life, was having dressed the First Lady Michelle Obama for her inauguration. I think that was something that was really special. And I remember the week after, there was a big Fifth Avenue window at Bergdorf's with all my work in it. And that was really special because Bergdorf was always a kind of a dream of mine to be in that store. You know, there was something always really magical. These are my sketches, and they're ready to be colored. I never really color in the lines, you know. I've never, when I draw, I think that's always the rule people teach you, is to always color within the lines. But I actually never been that kid, so I always color outside of the lines. I think that makes drawings have more personality. First thing I think about Bergdorf Goodman is just, I think of New York. You know, I feel like Bergdorf is such a landmark in New York, and one of the first stores I ever been to when I came to New York in my teens. So, you know, it's kind of always been this magical place for me. First time I saw my own designs, I remember we made this dress, like 5 different colors for Bergdorf. That was one of my first collections, and the first time I saw it in the window, I kind of like went and took tons of pictures in the day and at night, just because it was kind of like a, you know, surreal moment for me to see my things in a store that I always wanted to be in. Thanks, Bergdorf, for coming to my studio. It's been really fun, but I have to get back to my day job. Bye.